Do you ever wonder how merely knowing something differs from truly believing it? It's a fascinating line between intellectual assent and deep conviction. That's such an interesting question. There's this amazing story in the Bible that totally brings it to life. Let's dive into the book of Matthew, chapter 2. The scene is set in Jerusalem. King Herod is deeply troubled. Why? Because some wise men from the east have just shown up, asking where the newborn king of the Jews is. They saw his star and have come to worship him. Herod, feeling his throne is threatened, immediately goes into crisis mode. He needs answers, and he needs them fast. So what does he do? Verse 4 tells us he gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together. These were the religious experts of the day, the scholars who had dedicated their entire lives to studying the scriptures. Herod asks them a direct question. Where was the Messiah supposed to be born? Without even hesitating, they give him the answer. It's like they're reading straight from a textbook. They say, in Bethlehem of Judea. And they don't just stop there. They back it up with scripture quoting the prophet Micah. But you Bethlehem in the land of Judah are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Think about that for a moment. They knew the exact location. The prophecy was clear, and they had it memorized. They had the head knowledge down perfectly. The wise men traveled hundreds, maybe thousands of miles, guided by a star, searching for this king. The scribes? They had the answer right in their hands, just a few miles down the road in Bethlehem. But here's the astonishing part. They didn't go. They gave Herod the information, and then, it seems, they just went back to their daily lives. They had the map, they knew the destination, but they never took the first step on the journey. The wise men, who were outsiders, acted on a glimmer of hope, while the insiders, who had the full revelation, stayed put. This story is such a powerful reminder for all of us. It's one thing to know about God, to read the Bible, to have all the theological answers. But it's another thing entirely to let that knowledge transform our hearts and move our feet. True faith isn't just about what we know in our heads. It's about responding to that truth with our whole lives. It's about seeking, searching, and moving toward Jesus, just like the wise men did.